Dogs do a lot of weird things, but have you ever stopped to ask why? Like, what is it about car rides that make dogs act like they're heading to Disneyland? And why do they chase their own tails? In this video, I'll explain what's really happening when dogs do these weird things. Now, let's start with something you've probably seen 100 times. You give your dog a nice belly rub, and the moment you stop, they shake like they just stepped out of the shower. What's up with that? Well, it's not because they don't like your touch. It's actually a way for them to reset their body. Think of it like a full-body refresh, shaking off excess stimulation. Some experts believe it helps release built-up tension or excitement. Dogs also use shaking to get rid of dust, dirt, or anything else stuck in their fur. It's the same shake they do after a nap or when they're wet. Basically, your petting session was great, but they just need a little reset afterward. So don't take it personally. Another behavior dog owners see all the time is the pure joy of a car ride. Why do dogs love sticking their heads out the window like it's the best thing ever? The answer is simple: smells. Your dog's nose is a super-powered scent detector, and the moving air brings in a buffet of new smells. Every second in a car is like flipping through a scent-filled magazine for them. They also associate car rides with good things: parks, walks, or visiting loved ones. Even if you're just going to the store, the adventure is enough to get them excited. Some dogs also enjoy the motion, similar to how some people love roller coasters. Just make sure they're secure and safe, so their fun ride doesn't turn into a scary one. Then there's this weird one: dogs licking feet. It feels gross, but why do they do it? First, your feet are salty, and dogs love salt. Sweat leaves behind an interesting flavor that dogs enjoy. Second, licking is how dogs show affection most of the time. It's like their way of giving you a little kiss. Another reason is that feet have tons of sense, and dogs use licking to learn about you. It's part curiosity, part love, and part, "this tastes kinda good." Some dogs also do it as a sign of submission, a way of showing respect. If it gets too much, just redirect them with a toy or treat. No need to walk around the house with sticky feet. Another popular thing dogs do is tuck their tails. And it's not always about being scared. Sure, fear is a big reason dogs do it when they're nervous, like during thunderstorms or when meeting a bigger dog. But they also tuck their tails to show submission. It's their way of saying, "I'm no threat." Tail tucking can also mean discomfort, especially if they're sick or in pain. If you notice your dog doing it often, it's worth checking if something's wrong. Their tails are like emotional billboards, so pay attention to what they're telling you. Now here's a question every dog lover has asked. Why do dogs live such short lives? It's heartbreaking, but science has an answer. Research from the University of Washington's Dog Aging Project found that dogs age much faster than humans because of their metabolism. Their bodies work harder, their cells wear out faster, and their genetic makeup is built for speed, not longevity. Larger dogs tend to have even shorter lifespans because their rapid growth puts more strain on their organs. Some experts compare it to how fast-burning energy can shorten a battery's life. It's not fair, but that's how nature designed them. The good news? Proper care, good nutrition, and regular vet visits can help maximize your dog's years. Another thing dogs do that confuses people is turning their back to them. Is it rudeness? Disrespect? Not at all. When a dog turns its back to you, it's actually a sign of trust. In the dog world, exposing your back means you feel safe. They know you won't attack them, so they're relaxed around you. It can also be a way of inviting you to give them scratches. Sometimes it's just about positioning. Maybe they want to keep an eye on the room while still staying close to you. So next time your dog turns away, don't be offended. It's their way of saying, "I feel safe with you." Now, let's talk about a dog's favorite thing: butt scratches. You scratch that lower back, and suddenly, they're leaning into it like they're at a spa. Why? Well, that area is full of nerve endings, making it extra sensitive. It's a spot they can't easily reach, so when you scratch it, it feels amazing. Some dogs even kick their legs in reaction, which is a reflex. It's also a bonding activity. Dogs love physical touch, and a good scratch makes them feel connected to you. Plus, it just feels really, really good. Think of it like that one spot on your back you can never quite reach. And finally, let's clear up the mystery of tail chasing. Most people think it's just a game, but that's not always the case. Yes, dogs chase their tails for fun, especially puppies who are still figuring out that the tail is actually theirs. But sometimes it's a sign of anxiety or boredom. If a dog is left alone too long, they may spin in circles for entertainment. Other times, it could be a sign of a medical issue, like allergies or even obsessive behavior. Research from Texas A&M University suggests that excessive tail chasing could be linked to neurological conditions. If your dog does it once in a while, no big deal. But if they do it non-stop, it might be time to check with a vet. Now you finally understand why your dog does all those weird things. But what if your dog knows something you don't? Like if someone is bad news. So, watch our next video to learn more about how dogs can recognize a bad person. Missing it might mean ignoring a warning sign your dog is desperately trying to give you.